Welcome back to another episode of the Overcomfort Podcast. I am your host, Jenicka Lopez. Thank you guys so much for choosing to listen to this episode today. I'm so excited because I wanted to talk about building your self-confidence and always having power in a room. And what I mean by that is when you walk in a room, I don't want to say you want to be the center of attention, but you kind of want people to be like, oh yeah, something's a little different. Something's a little interesting. Eyes on you and people don't know, like you're attracting a lot more. But overall, let's talk about building your confidence. As somebody that has struggled with her weight most of her life. I've always been chunky and I've always, it's not about physical, but I kind of want to give some context. This is my personal experience. It may not be the same for everybody, but in my personal experience where I have lost confidence, where I feel like I had very low self-esteem, are times where I was very, very chunky. Obviously, I've been chunky my whole life. Getting compared to my sisters. I feel like I've said that before. Yeah. Where I have a hard time, being in comparison. And also, I think with the type of mother that I have, who she is, and with the family I'm surrounded by, and just growing up in the spotlight, I feel like my confidence was very dimmed and very low. I felt like I was constantly judged and looked at, and I had to be a certain way, and all these comments and social media, and obviously this is my profession and what I do, and I also talking about constructive criticism on our first episode of this season. Like, this is a journey that I'm constantly learning and realizing as I get older, and I feel like everybody is in a shift. I feel like the world is in a different shift, and I feel like this generation, like my age, if you guys are my age, 27, 26, 25, around that age range, like I feel like everyone's kind of figuring out what they're doing. Because, the 30s start coming and you start questioning, like, okay, what am I doing? Like, who am I? Like, and that's normal. At least for me, I've had friends that are in the same page as me or whatever. But I recently feel like I've been way more confident about myself and who I am as a person. And I think that's where it all begins. In order to feel confident, you have to feel good with who you are on the inside. Your morals, your values, what you believe in, how you're doing mentally, emotionally. Confidence starts there. And obviously that's hard because it's like, okay, I'm Christian. These are my beliefs. Okay, I'm secure in that. Emotionally, okay, great. I'm happy. And it might be hard to get there. And I think those are the baby steps that you have to start taking in order to build up your confidence. Okay, cool. You've already got that unlocked. Mental, emotional, and having a firm foundation in your beliefs, in your heart, and who you are. You focus on your strengths and your accomplishments next. Don't focus on your weaknesses, what you're not good at. Focus on, this is kind of like see the glass half full. I think that's what it is. Yes, half full type of scenario where it's like you got to see the good in things. You got to see the good in yourself before you can exert that. And the whole point and purpose is to start feeling good on the inside. You start practicing positive talk. You have to motivate yourself. If no one else is motivating you, you got to be your main motivator, guiding you and leading you. And then from there, you surround yourself with good and supportive people. You can't be surrounded with people that are just bashing you, talking shit on you, or that just see negative things in you, or always have a comment or an opinion or some type of nothing. You guys are probably understanding what I'm saying, but it's best to stay away from those people because at the end of the day, it is just going to be you. You can't let them dim your light. You can't let people just go ahead and boss you around and just because they don't like something, whatever. No, you have to be so secure and so set and positive in who you are as a person that nothing else matters. You've worked so hard to get to this point. I've worked so hard to get to this point. When I'm in my confidence, like, I feel like I'm not taking anything. If you don't like the way I talk, okay. You have a comment to say about me, okay. You don't like what I believe in, you don't like what I say, okay. I like who I am. I know who I am. When I walk into a room, I am no longer scared of what people have to say about me, or about what they think about me, or, I'm secure. I feel good about myself. And then it goes to what you are. What you feel on the inside is also what you attract. If you're feeling confident, you're going to attract confident, welcoming people, a boyfriend or the husband, whatever. Like, you attract those type of people. Your eyes start just kind of wandering and going to other greater places. Like, when you start feeling confident, you start seeing better things. You start seeing positive. You're like, I want to go here next. I want to go do this. I'm going to get this job. I'm going to buy this car. I'm going to set this goal, etc., etc. Like, when you start really just seeing how confidence plays out in your life, you become obsessed. Like, it feels good. And it's not like an ego boost. It's not about anything. It's just like, I'm humble enough to know that I look good. I feel good inside my heart, my body. I'm very content. You know what? I feel like you're not a good person if you don't have a good heart. My sister always told me this too. Like, you're not a pretty person if you don't have if your heart is ugly. It all stems from the inside. Take care of yourself on the inside, and that's what you show, and that's who you are on the outside. Okay, you guys, we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be right back. Welcome back, you guys. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to keep talking about confidence, and here are some tips, some huge takeaways, right? I think definitely number one for me is social media can definitely kill your confidence. It is not a pretty place. The world is, I'm sorry. It is. The world is not a pretty place, and it makes me sad. A lot of people, no matter how many times you tell people it doesn't kill you to be kind, it kills them to be kind, because there's always going to be comments and people hating on you. And I think that is also part of confidence, that you have to be okay with not everybody liking you. That is a huge part. That is like something, at least for me, it's like, okay, I know confidently, like, you know what? I may not be everybody's favorite person, but I love me. I love who I am. I love what I stand for. And so that's point number 2. Tip number 3, this is definitely for more of my ladies. Because obviously I'm a lady. I'm speaking as a lady. Taking care of yourself, girls. We already know. Got to get our hair done. Obviously, if it's in your financial means, but if it's not, like, there's ways of making it work as a lady. Taking care of yourself, getting your pedicures, getting your nails done, doing your hair, getting waxed, taking care of yourself. At least for me as a lady, or like making sure I smell good, etc. Having good hygiene, first of all, is huge. And I feel like it's like, okay, when you check those things off in your head mentally, like, okay, this is, I'm good. I took care of myself. You walk into a room better. For sure. Obviously, exercising, taking care of your health. Like, trust me. And I hate to be that girl. I would always talk shit about girls, like wearing full glam to the gym. But now I'm not wearing full glam to the gym, but I do like putting on a little concealer, putting on a little blush and mascara, and that's it. Call it a day. Like, and I feel different. And I honestly, I follow, I think her name is Whitney Simmons on TikTok, and she is a trainer, and she's like, she gets ready for the gym every day. And it's, I used to be like, okay, that's a lot of time. I'd rather just get to the gym, but no, honestly, I've tried it once, and she really inspired me. It's like, it really changes. You work out better. Like, you just feel better. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but girls, try it at least once. Try it out. See, if you like it or not. But I do. I like it. I was like, let me do my skincare, my concealer, my blush, and that's it. And I feel really cute. Anyways, you walk in, you feel confident, take care of yourself, take care of your body, exercise. Don't only exercise the outside, but definitely exercise the inside, your heart and your mind. What are you feeding it? Are you have a spiritual foundation? Are you going to church? Are you surrounded by toxic behavior? Are your boundaries set? Did you pray today? Have you rested well? Have you drank water? Those are all little details and things that make a huge impact when you are on the road to self-confidence and looking for better. These are all things that I love and know and practice as well in my personal daily life. I'm not going to give advice what I don't truly believe in, and this is something I do believe in and definitely have learned and grown from. And we're all learning as we grow. Right now in the space of confidence, I know that I do not care what people think about me anymore, what they say about my body, what they say about what I do, etc. And I love that about my life. I love that I can walk freely knowing that I'm confident in myself and what I believe in, and I do not care what my family says. I do not engage in, I know where I belong, and it's super important to know that. And I think another thing is, I'm gonna end it on this: humble yourself. Check yourself. Remind yourself every day, is my heart good? Is my mind good? Where am I? Having confidence also brings, you get on a little high horse, you gotta come down. You gotta be humble. You're not, I'm not saying like money and all this stuff. There's people, that are on a high horse in that sense, but also, you gotta align yourself and know that maybe some people aren't on the same page as you, and it's good to have those healthy conversations and to address things and help people also like be on the same path as you. A lot of people may not understand like some choices or decisions, and obviously, like for example, if you set boundaries, a lot of people won't like it, and that is definitely okay, but you have to respect everybody as well. You have to know that you're not the only person. There's, relationships aren't easy. So it's like having boundaries and understanding each other and still growing together. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I know today was a short one. I love doing these little audio ones because I feel like they're like my little personal diaries and I can just talk and vent. But yeah, I felt it on my heart that maybe, somebody needed a word of confidence today, and I want to let you guys know that I believe in you. I'm with you guys. We're in this together. I believe in every single person that's listening or watching this episode today. You got this. You're going to get out of that dark hole. You're going to get out of that mess, and you're going to walk and be free. You're wonderfully and beautifully and fearfully made, and know that I love you and the world loves you. And always remember to be kind to one another. Make sure you guys also like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.
Overcomfort Podcast is a production of iHeart's My Cultura podcast network.